everyone, it's me, Miss Nicole, or Nicole, whichever you prefer to call me, and welcome to First Page Friday. This is a very short segment where I read the first page of a book, and hopefully if you like it, if you're intrigued, you can check it out from us. The books I am planning on doing are going to be related to our summer reading theme, Ocean of Possibilities. So some of them will be ocean related. If the paragraph continues on to the next page, I will be turning the page, so it won't technically be First Page Friday, so forgive me. The first one I will be reading is Brian Jake's Castaway of the Flying Dutchman. And I looked up to see how he pronounced his last name because I never was quite sure, but he said Jakes, so that's why we are going with that. So I'm going to give you the description, then I'll read the first page. The Flying Dutchman, the legend of the wind-tattered ghost ship and its mad sea captain cursed to sail the seas forever, has been passed down throughout the centuries. But what of the boy and his dog who were trapped aboard that ship? What was to become of them? Sent off to an eternal journey, a journey of their own, by an avenging angel, the boy and the dog roamed the earth throughout the centuries in search of those in need. Braving wind and waves and countless perils, their travels led them to Chapelle, a sleepy 19th century village whose very existence is at stake. Only by discovering the buried secrets and solving the dust-laden riddles of the ancient village can it be saved. This will take the will and wile of all the people and a very special boy and dog. Okay. If you're maybe more familiar with this author, he does the Redwall series. So this one's a little different because the main character is a boy. So let's start this. The ship. Copenhagen, 1620. They sat facing one another across the table in the upper room of a drinking den known as the Barbary Shark. Two men, one a Dutch sea captain and the other a Chinese gem dealer. Muffled sounds of foghorns from the nighttime harbor mingling with the raucous seaport din outside passed unheeded. A flagon of fine gin and a pitcher of water close to hand also stood ignored. In the dim, smoke-filled atmosphere, both men's eyes were riveted upon a small blue velvet packet which the gem dealer had placed upon the table. Slowly he unwrapped the cloth, allowing a large emerald to catch facets of the golden lantern light. It shimmered like the eye of some fabled dragon. Noting the reflected glint in the Dutchman's avaricious stare, the Chinaman placed his long-nailed hand over the jewel and spoke softly. My agent waits in Vastarella for the arrival of a certain man, somebody who can bring me home a package. It contains the brothers and sisters of this greenstone, many of them, some larger, others smaller, but any one of them worth a fortune. Riches to fire a man beyond the wildest dreams. He who brings the greenstones to me must be a strong man, commanding and powerful, able to keep his treasure from the hands of others. My friend, I have eyes and ears everywhere on the waterfront. I choose you because I know you to be such a man. And there it is. That is the first page and a little more of Brian Jake's Castaway of the Flying Dutchman. The next book I want to share with you is also water related. This one is called A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. This one is about mermaids. A Song Below Water is the story for today's readers, a captivating modern fantasy about black mermaids, friendship, and self-discovery set against the challenges of today's racism and sexism. In a society determined to keep her under lock and key, Tavia must hide her siren powers. Meanwhile, Effie is fighting her own family struggles as she is pitted against literal demons from her past. Together, these best friends must navigate the perils of high school junior year. But everything changes in the aftermath of a siren murder trial that rocks the nation, when Tavia accidentally lets out her magical voice at the worst possible moment. Soon, nothing important in Oregon seems to be safe. To save themselves from drowning, Tavia and Effie's unbreakable sisterhood must prove to be the strongest magic of them all. Chapter 1, Tavia. It feels redundant to be at a pool on a rainy Saturday, even though it's spring and even though it's Portland, but maybe I'm just more of a California snob than I want to be. Back home, I went to the beach on more than one cloudy day. I'll stand on the cold sand, burying my toes beneath the surfaces, as though there'll be some warmth there, and I'll listen, just like I'm doing now. I always close my eyes, and today's no exception. It's never made a difference, but it's a part of the ritual. I guess it must mean that something that I did even before I knew there was a way for living sirens to listen for the dead. It was one of the first things I learned that I finally found the network. So despite my lack of results thus far, I close my eyes now too. The problem is, I don't know exactly what I'm listening for. The story goes that sirens originated by the water. The once were used to our calls to damn seamen, and that when we die, our voices return to sea. If the mythos is to be believed, and as far as any non-magic person is concerned, most of it isn't, I should be able to hear my grandmother from here. Here, Portland, not here, the Southwest Community Center specifically. I mean, I'm at an indoor pool with all the colorful, elaborate water features that nobody is enjoying because the place sisters are the only person doing laps. Even if sirens' voices really do return to the water, they probably don't go to chlorinated bodies of it. Okay, and that was a snippet of A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. And the last First Page Friday I want to share with you is The Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. Okay, so the description of it. Set on a mission to retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove, 17-year-old pirate captain Aloysia deliberately allows herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunity to search their ship. More than a match for their ruthless pirate crew, Aloysia has one thing standing between her and the map, her captor, the unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate, Raiden. But not to worry, for Aloysia, she has a few tricks up her sleeve, and no lone pirate can stop the daughter of the Pirate King. So this is actually a first. There is a follow-up to this called The Daughter of the Siren Queen, which we own at IVPL. So if you're interested, you can finish up this book and then go on to the next. Chapter 1. I hate having to dress like a man. The cotton shirt is too loose. The breeches are too big. The boots too uncomfortable. My hair is bound on the top of my head, secured in a bun underneath a small sailor's hat. My sword is strapped tightly to the left side of my waist, a pistol undrawn on my right. The clothing is awkward, and as it hangs loose in all the wrong places. And the smell. You think men did nothing but roll around in dead fish guts while smearing their own excrement on their sleeves. But perhaps I shouldn't complain so. Such precautions are necessary when one's being invaded by pirates. And that was a really quick one, but I wanted to keep it very short for you today. So again, these are the 3 books that we went over on First Page Friday. This one, Brian Jake's Castaway of the Flying Dutchman. Bethany C. Morrow's A Song Below Water. It's like my Philly's coming out. I'm trying to not say water, but I don't know how else to pronounce it. And Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. So if you're interested in finishing any of these things, I will put the links to it in our catalog, and then you can place a hold on it. We will save it for you, so you either can pick it up during curbside or you can come into the library. So I'll bid you farewell, and I hope you enjoyed